7% of people think they need less than $25,000 for retirement, while 25% think they need over $1 million. To determine exactly how much you need, there are 4 things to calculate, which I'll explain in this video. By the end, you'll know how long you have left until you can retire on a nice, sunny beach. Firstly, you need to determine how much money you can withdraw without ever running out of money. This leads us to the 4% rule, created by financial advisor Bill Bengen in 1994. The rule dictates that you can withdraw up to 4% of your retirement fund each year and never run out of money. The idea is that the interest you earn on your retirement fund is greater than 4% each year, so the value of your retirement portfolio never decreases. So why is 4 the magic percentage? Let's break it down. If your retirement fund is invested in a low-risk index fund, you can assume an annual return around 7 to 9%. We can subtract 2% for inflation annually. Then, deducting the 4% withdrawal leaves us with a 1 to 3% buffer to allow for market fluctuations. Let's look at a real-life scenario to get a better understanding. Imagine starting with a $1 million retirement fund and withdrawing 4% or $40,000 in the first year, leaving balance of $960,000. Assuming an 8% market return, the balance grows to $1,036,000 in the second year. Hence, the second year withdrawal, factoring in 2% inflation, totals $40,800. This graph illustrates the annual withdrawal pattern, starting at $40,000 and rising gradually to $70,000 after 30 years account for inflation. Make sure to subscribe so you catch our latest videos. Next, I'd like to discuss this chart, showing the success rate of not running out of money depending on retirement duration, as well as your stocks to bonds asset allocation. The rows indicate the retirement span from 5 to 70 years, while the columns display the split between stocks and bonds in your portfolio. So the first column represents a 100% stocks and 0% bonds allocation. The middle column is 50% stock and 50% bonds, and the last column is 0% stocks and 100% bonds. The actual numbers in each box reveal the historical probability of not burning through all your retirement savings, ranging from 0%, highlighted in red, to 100%, highlighted in green. Let's take a random example from this chart to clarify further. This box indicates a 70% stocks and 30% bonds allocation for a 30-year retirement duration, marked with 88.82%. This percentage signifies an 88% chance of having enough money for retirement. Assuming you follow the 4% rule, notice how the bottom half of the table has lower percentages, indicating that the longer you're retired, the less likely your money will last. The key takeaway from this chart is that the ideal asset allocation is somewhere near a 50-50 split between stocks and bonds. Next, let's look at retirement duration. The 4% rule was established based on a 30-year retirement. However, if you plan to have a longer retirement, the 4% rule becomes less reliable. This table illustrates safe withdrawal rates depending on the duration of retirement and asset allocation. So, an individual with a 50-50 stock-to-bonds allocation aiming for a 40-year retirement should adjust their 4% withdrawal rate to a more conservative 3.4% to ensure financial security. Of course, this means they'll need to have a larger retirement fund. It's clear from this table, the longer your intended retirement period, the more you must reduce your withdrawal rate. The next factor to consider is retirement spending. Typically, planning retirement spending is based on 2 variables: your pre-retirement income and your pre-retirement expenses. Naturally, your retirement lifestyle will significantly differ if you're accustomed to earning a $200,000 salary versus a $50,000 salary. However, there's a guiding principle applicable to everyone, the 80% rule. This rule suggests each year of retirement, you aim to spend a maximum of 80% of your pre-retirement income to maintain a similar standard of living. So, if in your final year of work, you earned $100,000, the rule implies you should aim to spend about $80,000 annually in retirement. Fidelity has provided a table showing how the 80% rule adjusts based on varying income levels. Individuals earning over $120,000 can potentially scale down their retirement spending to 55 to 65% of their final income. Fidelity also offers some charts on how living expenses change throughout retirement. Average annual household spending on items such as food, entertainment, and transportation decrease as you age. Average annual housing expenses trend lower over time since many people downsize or move to cheaper areas. However, average annual healthcare expenses do tend to increase as you progress through retirement, considering that aging individuals are more susceptible to health-related issues. Moving on to calculating the estimated number of years it'll take you to retire, you can follow these steps. Firstly, decide your chosen withdrawal rate. Let's assume it's 4% for this example. Next, determine your annual spending. I'll use Fidelity's average household spending at 55 years old, which is $70,000. Divide this amount by 4% to get the total capital needed to retire. This equates to $1,750,000. The final step involves using an online calculator with our values. I'll leave a link in the description for you to input your own values. For income, I'll use $95,000 and assume no current retirement savings. The calculator suggests at savings rate of 20%, it would take approximately 30 years to retire. Thanks for watching this video. Maybe you'd like to check out this video next.